So I thought I'd record this video. One of you posted about how sometimes finding these trig ratios for angles is tedious. So I'm going to try to speed it up for you and make it a little easier and give you give you a little more understanding about what's going on here. Um, and I know I've made other videos about this, but I thought I'd do something new for this one. So um, this document here I just uploaded. This is something I've got hanging on my wall at Oxbow, and I made. I mean, it was like three different pieces of paper, and I consolidated it into one for them as a handout. And this is kind of like a cheat sheet to help you out. But we won't use that yet. I mean, maybe what I will show you is if you have to find reference angles. Remember, if it's a positive reference angle, you're going to go start on the positive x-axis and you go clockwise or counterclockwise around the circle. And if the angle's in quadrant 1 between 0 and 90 or between 0 and pi over 2, the angle they give you is the reference angle. As soon as you get over here in quadrant 2, you've got to take remember the reference angle is the angle the angle that's made between the terminal ray. See, this is the initial ray, remember, and this is the terminal ray where it ends, and the angle that is formed from the terminal ray and the x-axis. Okay, so what we got to do is figure out what that angle is, and then we can just decide what it is. We don't always have to do that. Like these first couple, I'm going to show you, it's right off the unit circle. We don't even have to think. We don't have to think much here. Let me get this stuff moved around a little bit so we can look at some problems. So they want us to give an exact value of for the angle negative 3 pi over 4. Well, negative angles, we go this way, and 3 pi over 4 has, now I had a kid tell me, an Oxbow student tell me a long time ago working with radians, if we're looking for a reference angle and it's written in terms of pi, then I know it's a radian, and then all you got to do is to get the reference angle, you just look at the denominator. So in this case, the reference angle is pi over 4. So that means, so remember, this angle is coming here. This red one is from another thing I just posted. Here, let me do blue here. So negative 3 pi over 4 is going to end right here because that has a reference angle of pi over 4, 45 degrees, right? So all you got to do to evaluate the sine and cosine of that, well, the x, remember, cosine, SOHCAHTOA. I'll be able to start right off there. SOHCAHTOA. The sine of her angle is the same as the opposite side over the hypotenuse. And if this is the unit circle, the hypotenuse is always 1. So that's why I write here on this cheat sheet. Let me point it out to you. You see I say sine equals y? Right here I see sine equals y, cosine equals x. So all you can do is look at the coordinate and to get the sine and cosine of negative 3 pi over 4, well, that's going to be, here, let me get a pointer going. So there's the cosine of it, the x value, negative root 2 over 2, and the y value is also negative root 2 over 2, because sine and cosine are both negative down here in quadrant 3, only the tangent's positive. Okay, how about 23 pi over 6? Well, I know that's more than one revolution around, right? So just to make, and I know the reference angle is going to be pi over 6. So I know it's going to be one of these pi over 6 angles, right? But now I got to figure out which one it is, which angle it is. Well, this is more than one revolution around, as I said. And I know that one revolution around the circle when I'm dealing with radians is 2 pi. So I just want to make it so that's over 6. Well, you have to think about what do I got to make? What do I got to do to 2 pi over 1 to make it something over 6? I got to multiply both top and bottom by 6. So that's 12 pi over 6. So how many times can I take away 12 pi from 23 pi? Well, I know if it was 24, it'd be 2 even. It would go evenly, but this doesn't. So if you take 12 away from 23, I think you get 11 pi over 6 left. So that tells me the angle is going to be the same as 11 pi over 6. So it's coterminal to 11 pi over 6. So here I should erase some stuff here so we can see what the heck's underneath there. So I know it's here. So that tells me the cosine of the angle is going to be positive square root of 3 over 2, because cosine is positive down here in quadrant 1, because x is positive, and the sine's negative 1/2. See, that's not too tedious. You just got to think a little bit about it. Okay, and then the other thing that usually comes up, and you got to remember, most of my experience teaching pre-calculus live is here with high school students. So um, they say, what happens when you get one that doesn't have a reference angle? So those are quadrantal angles. They forget about this. Um, so the quadrantal angles fall on the axis. There's no reference angle. So if that's the case, where do I say? Don't I say that in the cheat sheet? Here, let me see if I can see that. Let's see. Maybe I got it covered up. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Quadrantal angles, just use the x and the y because there's no reference angles. So once you figure out which quadrantal angle it is, in this case, because it's negative pi over 2, that's going to zoom on down to here. So we just look, cosine is 0, sine is negative 1. I think the last one there that got covered up with my writing is 5 pi. So 5 pi is going to be one of the quadrantal angles. I just got to decide, is it the same as 0? Is it the same as pi? So we know 1 revolution is 2 pi. So if I take away 2 pi, that's 1 revolution. That's going to be 3 pi left. And that's more than 2 pi. So I'm going to take away 2 pi again. That leaves me 1 pi. So that tells me this quadrantal angle is the same as pi. So what's the cosine? Negative 1. What's the sine? 0. Okay. So let's look at some. I'll stop this for a minute and clean this up a little bit, and we'll look at the other ones that aren't. Well, let's see. Number 14 is the same as 13, so I won't redo that. But just know that. Look at this. So reference angles. That's a negative angular rotation. Actually, I think somebody in one of the sections posted that one. This one, the reference angles pi over 4. So we know there's going to be 8 pi over 4 in 1 revolution. So take away 8 from 17 until you get a number less than 8. What is that? Won't that be, let's see, if it's 8 pi, 2 times 8 is 16. That's going to leave you 1 pi over 4 left. So that means this angle is the same as 1 pi over 4. There's the cosine. Here's the sine. Okay. Negative pi over 6, that's going to come down here. Same as 11 pi over 6. Cosine, sine. 10 pi, well, 2 pi goes into that evenly, so that means it's going to be the same as 0, right? You're going to go around the circle 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're right back there at 0. So cosine 1, sine 0. Okay? Okay, I do this. I'm going to add this to this video because on this next quiz, I ask you these questions, and I want to make sure you see it. I mean, if you don't watch this video, well, I guess you don't see that. But if you do, it's still going to be worth your time, I think. So when I'm asking you to do questions like 17 and 18, or how about 15 and 17, since you have those answers, or maybe I'll do 16 and 18, so you don't have those answers. You can look at 15 and 17 and see that. So they're asking me, find an angle between 0 and 360 or 0 and 2 pi that has the same sine value as pi over 4. So what you got to ask yourself is, here, let me get this unit circle. Can I get this unit circle back? Come on. Just want to select that. There we go. So pi over 4 is in quadrant 1. All the trig ratios are positive. And if we're looking for the angle that has the same sine value, we also want the sine to be positive. So I know it's going to be over here in quadrant 2. And if the pi over 4 is the reference angle here, pi over 4 has to be the reference angle over here. And notice they have exactly the same sine value. They have different cosine values. They have the same sine value. So 3 pi over 4 is going to be the answer to that one. 15 degrees, how about that? Well, 15 degrees is over here in quadrant 1. And we're looking for the same sine value. So if the reference angle is 15 degrees over here, we want to find the angle over here in quadrant 1 that has the same sine value, and that reference angle is also 15 degrees. So what we're looking for is that angle there. So what's 180 minus 15? What's that, 70, 65? So 165 is the exact same sine value. Instead of guessing and checking on your calculator, use what you know about or should know about reference angles, okay? 160, 160. Well, 160 is over here. So 160 is over here somewhere, right? Sine's going to be positive. If this is a 160-degree angle, this angle is 20 degrees. So that tells me over here in quadrant 1, the reference angle will also be 20 degrees. So I'm going to ask you, why is this in quadrant 1? I mean, yeah, why is it in quadrant 1? Uh, because the sine has to be the same value, right? So this is a reference angle of 20 degrees. This one will have a reference angle of 20 degrees. And that opposite side is going to be exactly the same. And why did I say opposite side? Because sine's opposite over hypotenuse. And if the hypotenuse is 1, it'll be the same as the y value of the opposite side. Okay. How about, let's see, I don't remember. I haven't talked about something in here. Let me stop this. Then the last one throws a little curveball at us. You're looking for the same sine as 305. Well, 305 degrees is over here, right? That's 270. So sine's going to be negative there. So that tells me the angle we're looking for has to be over here, and that reference angle needs to be the same. So how do we get the reference angle? Look. If you look at my little cheat sheet here, and your angles down here, if you don't know, of course, I mean, if you know the angles down here, the way you get the reference angles, take 360 degrees and subtract the angle from it. So if that was, I don't even remember now what it was. What was it? It was 305. So this is going to be, this will be 360 minus 305. I think that's 55 degrees. So that tells me over here, that angle will also be 55 degrees. So I got to do 180 plus 55 degrees, which is what, 275, I'm thinking. I could be doing the arithmetic wrong. 180 plus, no, that's not right. 180 plus 55, good thing I checked myself. 5, and that's 13. No, that's 13. So 135 degrees has the same sine as 305 degrees. Okay, a little bit of a twist. And then the same thing goes with cosine. That's what like the next questions ask. So if we're looking for the same cosine as pi over 3, well, here's pi over 3. We know cosine's positive. We've got to ask ourselves, where else is the cosine positive? Well, the only other quadrant where the cosine is positive down here in quadrant 4. So if this is pi over 3, this angle has to be pi over 3. So that means 5 pi over 3 is the angle. If you take a look, x is 1/2, x is 1/2. Okay. What about what's the next one? Is it same cosine as 80? Well, 80 is the same kind of situation, except it's not one of the nice unit circle values. But if it's 80 is over 80 degrees, an angle of 80 degrees is here, right? That reference angle is 80, so that means this reference angle has to be 80. So that means there's 90 left here, right? So or 360 minus 80. I'm just going to do I'm going to do 290 plus 10. Dangerous going back to the y-axis, so people mess that up. But yeah, 300 degrees is what's going to have the same cosine as that one. 140, so 140 degrees is over here. The cosine's negative. If this is 140, this is 40 degrees. So where's the cosine negative? Besides in quadrant 2, here down in quadrant 3. So I'm going to come down 40 degrees. So that's going to be 180 plus 40. So that's 220 degrees. We'll have the same cosine as that. Okay. How about 4 pi over 3? Well, this is a nice unit circle question, so we don't even need to think about it. But let's do this one. Let's see. So delete that. What am I looking for? 4 pi over 3. So here's 4 pi over 3. I know the reference angle is pi over 3. I know the cosine's negative. So I just come up here and look for the cosine where it's another pi over 3 reference angle, 1/2. And of course, you can always just look and see, right? It's good to know why. And then the same cosine is 305. Well, 305 is over here in quadrant 1. Cosine's positive. This angle is going to be 55 degrees because it's 360 minus 305. And since the only other place cosine's positive up here, it'll have the same reference angle, 55 degrees is going to be the answer to that one. So I hope that helps you, and especially when you come to the quiz next week, okay? I'll get this uploaded and hopefully it'll help. Let me know if you need help.